are dangerous, and it hurts so bad because I know Lil Durk would be a good dude if he wasn't from Chicago. He got all the characteristics of a nice guy, but he just so happened to be from the Chi. Now it's looking like he's giving up all hope. There's a possibility he'll never see the light of day again. And with those type of thoughts on his mind, when you conform to the prison system, because it's a possibility that's where he's gonna live the rest of his life. He looked different, and according to a lot of my people in Chicago, he's acting different. He'll never be that same Durkio that we knew in the past. Everybody snitching. The gang that he represented done turn their backs on him. OTF jam done ratted on him in the courtroom. And then you got people saying that Lil Durk is a snitch. His girl tried to keep it together. She remained composed, but when she seen him, she didn't recognize who the hell he was. That's supposed to be her man, but he not the same man he was when he was home. Now she's suffering, she confused. She want to move on, but she can't because their relationship is too high profile and people won't let her live it down. We're about to talk about it, man. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Lil Durk changed. He not the same Lil Durk. And I don't think he'll ever be the same, especially with these type of allegations out there about him. Let's get into it, man.
Little Durk is a snitch. Nah. Hey, listen, man. It's too many of y'all. Listen, one thing about the exposers. When we call you a rat because you ratted, it's documented, it's right there. Let's get this right. This guy went over here, made a deal with the feds. He made a deal with the feds and said, I did all this and all this and all this and all that. I committed all these acts, whatever they may be.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Because Lil Durk told me to do it and paid me to do it. This what he said. He put that out there already. Lil Durk's attorneys simply said, hey, you did all that because you wanted to do all that. Yes, you did all that. How do we know? Because you copped to the federal agents to say you admitting to doing that. He admitted to doing that. So if he admitted to doing that and then followed up with Durk told me and paid me to do it, I did it for Durk. Is Durk not supposed to say, I ain't paid you to do nothing. I don't know about nothing you talking about. You did that because you chose to do that. And the people know you did that not because I told them. It's because you told them. So how you calling Durk a rat? Hey, look, man, some of y'all civilians.
Oh, my God, y'all. I didn't know that it was this crazy. I didn't have a clue that Lil Durk's situation was this bad. He hired somebody. Everybody know it was a murder for hire. And the dude that he hired for the kill is letting the people in the court know that Lil Durk paid me to kill Quando Rondo. And now Durk is trying to argue against the facts? How is he ever going to get out of this? He'll never be the same. Never ever be the same. And it's sad. We just want one more Lil Durk album. That's all we want as fans. If we can get another album out the guy, I think we'll be satisfied with whatever happens to him after that. Put him in the torture chamber. Just give us one more gangster, auto-tune, whatever the fuck he was doing. One of them Chicago drill, pretty boy pop. That music sound like some K-pop, what they had going on with his record label. I don't know who they was trying to appease to. I think they was trying to sell it to some Korean kids because I couldn't get with it, but I know a lot of y'all are fans. Listen at this.
Opening statements begin today in the trial of rapper Lil Durk, who's accused of a murder for hire plot. Police say that he planned a hit on a rival rapper, Quando Rondo, as revenge for the death of a friend. Tonight on ABC News Live, our Morgan Norwood lays out what happened after prosecutors say Lil Durk allegedly found out where his target would be. Take a look.
Court records then lay out a step-by-step picture of how prosecutors argue the rest played out.
Ultimately, fast forward with this bounty already in place, information was gathered that in California, one of the people that were involved in the killing of his friend would be in California, specifically in LA. So Little Durk, along with his co-defendants, supposedly flew out to Los Angeles.
On August 2022, OTF members and affiliates ran up on Quando Rondo and his cousin at a gas station.
Prosecutors allege two of the co-defendants came out of the vehicle and then started shooting. One of them is alleged to have used a machine gun, according to prosecutors.
Two of the co-defendants come out of the vehicle and they start shooting. In fact, one of them supposedly used a machine gun and ultimately end up shooting the deceased, who was not the intended target.
But instead killed his cousin. So now that murder is what has Lil Durk on trial as the organizer and the operational nucleus of OTF as a criminal enterprise / music collective, according to...
Okay, how they didn't think that the murder was going to come back to them in Los Angeles when everybody's talking. I mean, Quando, right? Everybody know he has a target on his back coming from Durk and his crew, but they felt like they had to execute the hit. It don't sound like Durk was there. It sounded like he put the bag down and had those guys do the work, but he's the one that ended up in jail because, hey, he orchestrated a hit that failed miserably. And in situations like this, you have no choice but to face life in prison unless the music industry throw a curveball. It all depends on how much fun they have with the trial. If it can generate a whole lot of revenue, that's what they're banking on. The more attention this trial get, the better it is for Lil Durk, because he might just get a slap on the wrist. This don't sound as bad as the Diddy trial. Yeah, it's a murder for hire and people died, but they're not talking about underground tunnels. They're not talking about kids at parties and some. They don't got Durk connected to Jeffrey Epstein and all of this. So with a whole lot of media attention, he's better on the streets than he'll ever be in jail financially. So they could drag him through the mud just to bring him back and sell out arenas, at least in the struggling neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? They can generate millions of dollars in hood love revenue if they let him walk on all of this. So I know it looked like it's an impossible task, but by the looks of Lil Durk, he looking like he already gave up and checked out. And he ready to just be a carpenter or whatever they got for him in jail. He don't look like he gonna be coming home and stunting no time soon. He gave up on all of that. Plenty of nights he was laying there thinking, damn, I fucked up. And after a while, you gotta take responsibility and just accept things for what they are. He made his bed. Now he got to lay in it. But the streets are talking, and I need y'all to hear what the streets are talking about. Listen at this.
I'm not a lawyer, but today was day one of Little Durk.
Going to jail for the shit. You already in jail.
Oh, no, we need to hear what she had to say. Listen.
I'm not a lawyer, but today was day one of Little Durk's federal trial, and I was there, so let me give you the details on what happened. So the day started off with opening statements from prosecutors, and their theme was that this is a case about revenge, stalking, and premeditated murder. They told the jury that this case is not about music, it's about murder, and what they described as a years-long campaign to get revenge for the death of Davion Bennett, aka King Von. And to tell this story about revenge, prosecutors first introduced the key players in the case. I'm going to go a little out of order, but just so that it makes sense. So the first three key players are the defendants in this case. There's Durk Banks, the Grammy Award-winning rapper and founder of OTF. Then DeAndre Wilson.
Hold on, get the hell out of here. Lil Durk won a Grammy. Remind me to look that up a little later.
AKA Didi, who prosecutors say helped recruit people for the alleged hit and later helped the shooters get away. And then there's David Brian Lindsay, the last defendant for this trial, who prosecutors allege was one of the actual shooters in this murder. And then from there, they move on to the person that they say is central to the entire motive for this case, and that is Davion Bennett, aka King Von. So Von was a rapper, an OTF member, and
we know who the hell he was. He's the reason. I bet Lil Durk wish he never met King Von. And if he never would have met him, he would still be on top. He's about to spend the rest of his life in jail for Von because they had to slide. Then they slid his ass into a cold prison cell. The whole relationship with Von simply wasn't worth it. I know he was gangster, but them rhymes, I wasn't feeling them like that. King Von's character is what I admired the most. He seemed like he was a cool dude, but we all know he was a ruthless killer. And he was prone to violence and prone to drama. That's why I be the nicest kids. Help you bring the groceries in the house. Pet your dog. Talk chit chat about the moon and the stars. Some of the greatest kids out there be the most ruthless killers. So it ain't safe. He should have told King Von to go the other way. Now he's stuck. I wonder if King Von would have slid for Lil Durk like that. If somebody got Durk in Atlanta, would Von would have slid for him, or would he would have kept his business rolling intact? Who don't know that Quando Rondo was a bit slow? He wasn't even the type of dude to be wanting to beef with. King Von took a horrible L. He thought it was super sweet with Quando Rondo. He, on the night of his album release, he said, "This some easy beef. This some easy clout." He went off on Quando, didn't know that Lil Tum had that thing tucked and popped Von. I mean, he got shot too, and he wearing his bag. But that was just a big L that Von took. Hey, you put hands on somebody or whatever the case, and they supposed to be some shooters. They ain't got time to be putting hands on nobody. The hell going on? Y'all still there? I was over here cooking and my stream jacked up again. I need to fix this ASAP, man. Because I was talking that good talk. I don't even know if y'all caught it. But basically, what I was saying was, yo, let me know if y'all in the building, man. Because I'm over here spilling that good game like Bishop Don Magic Juan about Chicago. But I was saying, not only did Lil Durk drop the ball, but they missed the target. Quando Rondo got away, and then he dropped the flag. He not even with the gang no more. He gave up the gang life. So he got another opportunity to live a good life. Y'all said y'all caught that? Okay, y'all caught it. Good. We can move on. Let's get... Sammy, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Everybody watching. I got love for y'all too. Okay, look at this.
a close friend of Durk, and he was killed by rapper Quando Rondo's entourage. Durk became consumed with getting revenge. And then the prosecutors introduced a few other people who are going to become very important in this trial, because some of them will be taking the stand. First up is Jerome Casey Hester, aka OTF Jam, and prosecutors called him a, quote, cold-blooded killer. They say Jam was one of the shooters in this murder, and they note he has already pled guilty in connection with this case. He is cooperating with the federal government, and he will be taking the stand to testify against the defendants. Up next is Kavon Grant, aka Vonnie, and prosecutors describe Vonnie as Durk's right-hand man, almost like a personal assistant who would shop for him, book transportation, and do other stuff. And in regards to Vonnie, the government told the jurors that he was apparently involved in a stolen car ring and was someone who could obtain stolen cars and guns. According to prosecutors, Durk got Vonnie to get the cars and guns that were used in this alleged murder. Now, Vonnie has also pleaded guilty and is cooperating with the government, and so he will also be taking the stand against the defendants in this case. And then the last person to know is Keith Jones. Prosecutors say Keith was the third shooter in this murder, and he has also pleaded guilty and will be testifying against the defendants. So that's 3 cooperating witnesses who will all be taking the stand against the 3 defendants in this case. You following? Okay, after introducing those key players, the prosecutor then moves on to lay out the timeline of how they say this all started. So it started in November 2020 with King Von's death, and then the next thing that happened was an attempted shooting in Georgia in May of 2021. And then after that, we get to this murder that happened in August of 2022 in Los Angeles. It, of course, resulted in the death of Savia Robinson, although the intended target for that shooting, according to the government, was actually Quando Rondo.
Yo, all the people that took criminal justice in school, things are getting interesting. This is the type of recipe that all my college graduates was looking forward to. Put a little hip-hop flair on it. Talk some gangster shit, some criminal gangster crimes. It's like a Sister Soldier book that everybody can pick up and read. You got ghetto journalists all across America getting into this Lil Durk news. They want to talk about King Von and how Durk had to slide for him. It's a great ghetto affair. Lil Durk providing that work for a bunch of people out there, man. He the people's champ. And on top of that, he get to be gangsta at the same time. And that's why my theory is this, man. And hear me out on this, Simply Alluring. My theory is these rappers get hired for these high profile cases. Your music ain't selling. When the last time you bought some music? You can't pay somebody to buy some music. How you in the industry where nobody's buying music and you still supposed to get paid? I'm pretty sure that they set all of these dudes up for the task. Gave them a date on the calendar, 2026. August of 2026, you could be a part of a big trial to where we're going to generate millions of dollars in revenue, more money than you will ever make selling records. They don't drag Young Thug through it. He ain't even making music no more. I'm pretty sure that whole trial, he probably raked up so much cash, and they all came out winners. You can't tell me the Diddy situation, he ain't get paid off of that. The way they dragged his name through the mud, all of the money that was generated before he even went to court. And you say, well, they in jail. We don't know nothing, man. They do comedy sketches in jails. You could see Drewski in jail doing a comedy skit or whatever case. We talking about Hollywood, man. All of this stuff could be fake. All of this could just be a form of entertainment for the media or whatever. Now, don't take my word for it. That's just something that y'all could marinate on, something you can consider. People ain't paying for no more, man. People not buying no movies. They'll get a subscription. You can watch movies all day. All you need is Tubi. People are not spending money for no entertainment, but people will pay attention to some foolishness. But hey, I'm going to leave it at that. You know, we going to move on. And we going to get back to old girl. But I want y'all to listen to this real quick, too.
Going to jail for the shit. You already in jail for it. I'm fighting. I'm innocent. You already done took your responsibility. But now you trying to go say whatever I did. I don't know. I'm not a part of the OTL case. Thank you, Lord. But listen what I'm trying to tell you. As a street nigga, Durk defense should not be, it was OTL funny. As a street nigga, Durk defense should be, I ain't do it. I don't know nothing about it. I don't recall. I ain't seen that. I ain't heard that. It is what it is. That's what a street nigga's supposed to do. This what street niggas talk about all day. Going to jail.
God damn, man. Street niggas got to be the biggest clowns in American history, y'all. To even call yourself that. Who said it was cool? We talking about grown-ass men. Come on, y'all. Wake up. It's a bigger game being played. Lil Durk don't look the same. He not the same, and he never gonna be the same. This whole situation is screwed, y'all. And it get worse.
It's your boy, Denied, here at Lil Durk trial day 4, man. Listen, I wrote about 15 to 20 pages of notes, and I'm going to break it all down to you on my YouTube channel. Search at Denied Savage Analyst, and you can find me, man. Today was so heavy. They brought up the video from November the 6th, 2020, when King Von passed away. They brought up text messages between Durk and Jason Smith, man. Let me tell you something.
The struggle is real, man. Jerry Curl fried trying to get money for that little Atlanta apartment so he can continue to freak off. Got the Lil Durk news popping. Ghetto journalists all on the case. It's all by, I don't care what nobody say. It's all by design. Every last bit of it, because it don't make no sense no other way. Listen at this.
Jam, I don't think Jam. If Jam was gonna snitch, he'd have been snitched on a lot of shit a long time ago. Jam's done a lot of time in jail. Like Jam, real nigga. Like I tip my hat to him. I ain't never seen Jam do no bitch ass shit. So when they started saying his name, I was the first nigga probably like, I don't believe that. I got to see proof. Out of everybody out that thing, y'all saying Jam the one that's just going. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. Cause shit, he a real street nigga.
Man, if they say street nigga one more time, they need just stop it. Let it go. Gentrification killed that shit a long time ago. Where you gonna go be a street nigga where the income is that low? They don't knock down all the projects. What are they talking about? A street nigga. Let it be. Let it go, y'all. Y'all look like clowns. You know what? All the street niggas gonna wind up being the old heads, the dudes of yesterday that still talk that street lingo. You're gonna be able to spot them out easy. They're gonna be 40, 50 years old, walking around still talking that street. It's gonna be a van that's just gonna come by and scoop all these niggas up at the same time. America don't got no room for it no more, man. Whatever your street code, your street values and all that, flush it down the toilet. Durk, he might be the last of that damn generation, especially coming out of Chicago. It got to be another way. We seen what happened when the damn ICE came to Chicago. We was waiting for it to be a street war. We was waiting to see all the street dudes come out and hold down their block. None of that happened. So they just need to, they sloppy as hell.
Every nigga that's ever been told on.
Wait a minute, my shit dropped again. Yo, I swear, I'm gonna fix this problem, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe. How long we been on here? Okay, we got another one to do. How many people we got in here watching before I continue on with this? Cause like I'm just here to let y'all know what's going on with Lil Durk. I gotta make sure my message is felt before I keep it moving. Let's get this thing worked out real fast so we can move on to the next one and make sure everything is all good. If you out there and you listening, let me know you out there and you listening. Cause it's it went out for 2 minutes. Please don't tell me it was out for 2 minutes. Because that's a major problem. We going to get this together tonight, man. There ain't nobody hit the Cash App in about 2 years. So I'm working with a toaster right now, man. I'm trying to get some USB plugs attached to it. Geek Squad ain't hitting me back. Y'all going to have to forgive me for that. But let me just speak my piece, man, because we got to move on to the next video anyway. And put on another. There you go. Yeah, man. It's rough out here. Lil Durk doing worse, so I don't feel bad. I would be hurt and my feelings complaining, but it ain't like I'm sitting in jail, man. It ain't like I got a trial going on and everybody snitching. His old lady don't know how to feel about this, y'all. They said that she kept her composure, but when she seen him in the court looking all desperate and terrible, I know that gotta make her sick to her stomach, because that's his baby mother and everything. She a Muslim activist. Hold on, Zul Quran says India Rolay remained composed during Lil Durk trial. I mean, what is she supposed to do? Try to bust him out of jail? At the request of Durk's father, Dante Big Durk Banks, Zul attended the trial to advocate for a fair case. He has relationships with both sides and wanted to make the proceedings were reported without bias. Zul also spoke about his previous efforts to help bring peace between Lil Durk and Quando Rondo. Last year, he sat down with Quando and discussed the possibility of reconciliation between the two artists. Zul believes that Quando didn't want no smoke, though. That's the saddest part about this. Quando been let it be known that he didn't want to go to war with Lil Durk. He tried to help Vaughn up after he got shot. He was sad about Vaughn getting shot. He didn't want them problems. He was minding his own business. They tried to bully that man. They tried to pick on him and wound up getting the short end of the stick. So if anybody's the victim in all of this, it's Quando Rondo. And they tried to take in the that young man is really blessed, whether he know it or not. Because they could have, man, they was trying to take his head off. And he was able to get away. And they still not stopping. They still won't quit until this man, they might get him eventually, especially if Lil Durk gets sentenced. There's no way they're going to just let him walk off into the sunset after what happened to Vaughn. He better never take his ass to Chicago. Never, ever, ever again. Y'all let me know, man. Lil Durk not looking the same. He not the same guy. Y'all stay tuned. We gonna be right back. What time is it? Okay, we got time. I'll fix this and I'm gonna go buy a new computer and come back and upgrade my internet package. I got that ZZZZZ package and it ain't working right. So we gonna get it together. Y'all stay tuned. We gonna be back. Make sure y'all do me a favor too. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, baby.